happening, people? Just going to walk through a market update for today. There was a winning trade yesterday I took it on EU, so one in here somewhere. I will upload that. I've just uploaded the GBPUSD buy, the win, and the sell break even from Tuesday, so they're up. It's on the YouTube. Make sure to go have a look at that. It's also a link in the Telegram for you guys as well. But basically, coming into today, as you can see, the weekly bias has played out perfect. Okay. We've now come and taken this major low, which, like I said, we were targeting. Once we kind of broke through this level, we were coming for. Unfortunately, no sells for me personally, which sucks, but at least you know that bias is correct. So if you do get in a sell, you know to kind of hold long term. Now we have mitigated this 4-hour point off of that major inducement. So now I'm kind of looking for buys. I'm looking for the retracement to begin, and we can kind of go from there. So what we've got, if we've got our first internal break of structure here, which is actually quite clean, we've then pulled down and done a valid 2-leg, so a valid demand for me here, which we've then bounced off of. What I'd more or less be looking for is for this point here to actually be used as a trap. Okay, so this doesn't fit any rules from what I can see to be a valid supply. It is a valid supply, but we've already mitigated that. So what I'd kind of be looking for today is more or less some type of reaction like this, come into this point, and then I'm looking to buy off of that, starting that retracement on the 4-hour. Okay, like I said, we have induced into the mitigation of this very, very clean point, which broke a high. So now I would be expecting price to kind of, you know, start retracing, maybe take this high to continue lower, or maybe we come and take this high here. So this is where that change in the market can begin, but we've got to start our new structure cycle. It's building itself from the ground up now. So maybe a little bit of patience, but it is Friday, so this could be it for the week. We more or less be looking at Monday or Tuesday having some really clean price action. So break of structure. Now I'm just looking for some type of move here that brings in sellers to then buy through that. So I don't really want to buy for this point. There's lots of liquidity in here. I more or less would be looking to either buy through that if it reacts off here, or buy through that if it reacts off here and takes this. Okay, looking for a mitigation of this bottom point. Now if price just takes this low, I'm actually quite happy to buy for this. I normally wouldn't be, but given we have a medium inducement by my liking into that mitigation of this bigger point, I would be expecting that liquidity be built up there to kind of target. So I'm open to basically buy any of those. If we do come and take this high, I'm actually open to sell into that buy as well, because that is a valid entry model for me. Just understand it won't last a long time. Okay, we are reacting from a higher time frame point. We've taken higher time frame liquidity. I am expecting a push up. Okay, now GU, more or less the same thing. 4-hourly, we've taken that low. Like I said, if we push through this low, we're more than likely going to come take that point. We've now done that. We're in a shit area, so I don't actually like this area. GU does make sense to actually come a little bit lower, but that'll be kind of, you know, we'll see that now. What I'm more or less expecting to have happen, if we've created a new lower low, I'm expecting to create a higher high off of this. So what I'm more or less expecting is for this point in this area here to be some type of trap, especially lining up with EU. It kind of does make sense. If it wants to react and kind of push down to low like this, I won't be buying off of this. Oh no, actually it's the low outside of Asia for me, so I am actually open to that. Just understand that EU will probably be in a better spot. I'll want to take EU. So we've had that major inducement, which I can actually label out here. So a major take of liquidity. Now I'm kind of looking like, you know, what is the market going to do with that liquidity? Being a major liquidity and having no 15-minute structure, it can be slow. I am open to selling off of this as well. So I'm open to buying off of that, selling off of that, nothing in between on GU. Once we break this, we more or less will probably get something like that. That's what I would be expecting. So if we do come and take this, I would kind of want to be looking at that or looking at that. So we're just building liquidity from the side to side. GU is actually in a worse spot. I'll be using EU as my catalyst for what to do on GU today, and using the divergence of 2. Like I said, valid liquidity to come take and buy off of, and also valid liquidity to come sell off of. So we'll see what kind of brings. We've got 30 minutes to open. Hopefully we get a bit of movement and kind of go from there. Now in terms of USDCAD, I haven't even looked at. So played out perfectly from yesterday. Like I said yesterday, we want to pull back off of that and a push, and then ended up happening in New York. So a very, very long pullback, which is what you want. Build up of liquidity and straight push through that. So like I said, this is played out perfectly on USDCAD. If we look on the 4-hour, this is exactly what I've put out for you guys. to attack that swing high. As you can see, perfect play out. There's just no entries in there for me. I can go in and have a look at the 1 minute, but I just would say there's nothing necessarily in there. I didn't trade New York last night, obviously with the timing. Nothing for me in there, but really obvious read. So sometimes you can read the market perfectly. We got a 90 pip move off of that and couldn't get in it, but really clean. If you if you want to investigate here, maybe there would have been an entry model you can look at taking in the future, but really clean inducements and mitigations and so on and so forth. Guess the market very cleanly, so that's always nice to see. Not really interested now. We're at a higher high, needed to kind of do its thing, sell off, and then gold another higher high, so I'm not touching, but cool to see that that's played out. Other than that, we'll kind of see what the pairs do today. We are due for a retracement. We'll see if we can catch the start of that retracement and go from there. So like I said, the breakdown from Tuesday is up. Link in my Instagram bio, link in the Telegram. I'll also break down the loss and the win from yesterday as well. That's coming as well. I might do them separately and we can kind of go from there. So let's end the week strong. We've got some really good price action coming with where we are. So don't be too aggressive. Don't do anything stupid. Finish the wing off strong and then we'll come into next week. So that is all from me. Let's have a good end to the week and I'll see you in the market recap tomorrow.